Hello there, ladles and gentle spoons of YouTube. I'm having a pretty weird day today. I think it's the heat what's getting to me. I apologise if you hear my fan. I've got it on full. I always apologise for it. But it's on full today. It is ridiculously warm in the UK. It's currently 29 degrees. Before any of you come out in the comments saying, just put aircon on. We don't have air conditioning in British houses. It does not exist unless you pay for it to be installed and it's a new build. If you're just buying a house or you live in a rented house, you do not have air conditioning. And that's the case with me. So my fan's on, my windows are open, but not too wide so my cats don't jump out. But yeah, it's ridiculously warm. It's going to be a relatively short video because I'm melting in this leather chair in this heat and it's disgusting, quite frankly. So yeah, apologies for the fan. We're just going to get stuck in with our obligatory tour of nothing's really changed since last time. Lots more people in this part of the zoo now. Our Coati peccary juveniles are nowhere to be seen. They're in there though. They're doing fine. Guanacos are doing fine. We're going to head over to our Rhea, or Rhea. The other female got pregnant and had chicks. So we now have... It was Evita, wasn't it? Either way, we had Angeles and Belicia last time. We've now got Inez and Carlos. Let's have a look at oh, poor Carlos, all on his own. Oh, he's a gold though. Well, would you look at that? But we can only have one male. So I think we're going to keep Amadeus. So what else has happened since last time? Let's just pop back in. I like the explore mode camera now. Haven't really changed anything in the habitat, so we can just skip by that. I've stopped putting the curbing in. I'm waiting for the free build mod. When that does release, it will be easier for me to put the curbing in because I can just level the ground with the path already down rather than taking the path back up. And blah 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 blah. I know I bang on about a free build mod every single episode, but I really like the mod and it's essential to this series. I've decided what I'm going to do here with this space, what I had sort of kept for natural native planting. I'm going to move this keeper hut right back, and we might be able to fit another staff facility in there. We've got a little bit of mixed planting down here, so we've got some poppies and some bush and stuff like that. This is new. I'll get onto that in just a moment. But in the back of this building I've put a staff room in there. Only a small staff room, that's all we had room for. But there just needs to be a little bit of decorating done really. So this then, so if you remember last time in the last episode I was talking about putting a picnic area in. This is essentially most of that done. So we've got Monsieur Frites, who of course sells small and medium fries. Not large fries though, that's disappointing. Quite like a large fries. And we've got Gulpy and Cosmic Cow ice cream. And we've just got this little planter here made with dry stone wall and blocks. I've changed the colour of the blocks. I've kept the colour of the European stone, sorry, not dry stone wall. It still fits within the South America theme. So this big grassy area, I tried the new natural path. I thought let's put the brand new, I'll show you which one it is actually, it came with a conservation pack. Natural grass path. I thought let's put this in, and I didn't like how it looks, so I'm going to go for rustic path. But I can't get what I want without the free build mod. the path will just keep connecting in the wrong places, and there's just patches everywhere, and it looks horrible. So, and there's toilets here as well. So I didn't go for bamboo theming for this one. I went for the 3D printed wall and the cladding from the conservation pack. It still looks pretty South American, it's just a little less themed. Just to sort of ease your transition between the theming of the pampas pastures, the Peruvian Prairie, and the Pantanal is what I think we're going to move on to. The Pantanal is going to be really sort of heavily jungle themed, whereas this is all quite grasslands themed. So I've done a little bit of terrain work as well. I lifted these a bit more. I don't want you to be able to see the animals what are going to be over this hill. I don't want you to see them from this path, so I want a hill and then a fence. So we've got the hill in, I just need to work out how to make it look better than it does at the moment. Our toilet block, of course, and then we get to our brand new stuff. So I gave you a sneak peek in the last episode. This is it, pretty much finished now. So we have our giant anteater enclosure. This is going to be like an adoption thing, so you can see your name if you want to choose to adopt the anteaters. Staff only, of course. I need to level the terrain out, but again, free build mod. Same with getting rid of that horrible path curvature. But I've double fenced it. I've gone for this sort of bamboo fence, and of course you won't see that grass because there will be a curb in there, but I'm not doing the curbing at the moment. And we can actually see our male anteater, who's already in. He's a new arrival. He is called Wagner, and as you can see, this enclosure is big enough for him. He's got a third more than he needs, so he's doing alright. Wow, that is a nice shirt. Looking cool, my dude. So this is the first of 2 habitats that I've built. You can see the other one just back there. Plans changed. There we go. I don't know why it crashed for a little bit. Plans changed with that one a little bit. But yeah, so at some point here there'll be a path to come through, and there'll be maned wolves on one side and mountain tapirs and Patagonian maras at the other side. There's Frank. How are we doing, Frank? So we've got this little sort of, it's not really a gate, but this, it's just nice boundary sort of setting. It's very busy down here. So you've got people looking in at the male giant anteater. Scrooge through all these people. Got this planting in the middle and the rocks. Got some benches, education, conservation, bins. This was a nightmare, this one. So the wall lowers down, as you can see. The wall's here, and then it lowers down considerably. And then there's these. They're awful. I'm not a huge fan, but it's the only thing I could do that would ensure the Coatis couldn't climb. For some reason, in the corners, there was escaping. It's the same over here. And it's just the corners. They don't bother with these ones at all. But we have our South American Coatis and our female anteater, who is just over there. What's she called again? Maria and Wagner. And she's got plenty of room. Just over double. So she will share this with the Coatis. I did put a pond in, as I said I might do. So there's a pond. I had to sacrifice a little bit of the authentic planting. I really wanted these reeds in here. They don't like them, but tough. And I need to do something with these corners, because it's the same at the other side as well. But you can also see into the anteater and the Coati house. One-way glass. But there's also a secondary house over at the back. And this one's mainly designed for just the anteaters. I forgot to do my framework here for the door, do excuse that. So you would come to the staff area and they can just monitor the anteaters, because the female and the juvenile could be in here, or the male could be in here. And if the male grows up to be, if the juvenile grows up to be a male, then you can have up to 2 males and 2 females. But if they're together, you can only have 1 male and 1 female. I wasn't going to separate them, to be honest. I was going to keep them together. But looking at other zoos and wildlife parks, generally they do, when they have 2 anteaters, they do keep them separate unless they're breeding. It just sort of replicates what would happen in the wild, I suppose. So I have chosen to keep them separate. And of course, it depends what animals we get in the future. We may be able to add some friends in here for our anteater. So yeah, my original plan was there was going to be 1 viewing window, and then down here, basically where the keeper is, there was going to be a staff link through, so the staff could walk and it connects up to that path. I tried it. It didn't look very nice. It just looked a bit sort of hodgepodge, and I wasn't really happy with how the dimensions were looking inside. Although they would have been happy with sort of the wall coming up to here, I wasn't really happy with it, so we just doubled it, gave them more space. Perfectly fine by me. It just means we'll have to add some staff facilities sort of somewhere over here behind these rocks for the other animals. But yeah, of course we can pass these rocks. A little bit of planting down here, not much, you know, it's quite shaded, it's against the rocks. Got our different education conservation points. And then that brings us back out. And then, of course, we have our Peruvian Prairie. So it's these 2 habitats and then this. So another fairly large area, but nothing compared to the Pantanal. So yeah, if you would like to adopt I nearly said a tapir, an anteater, let me know and I'll start creating the graphics for that. So what's next on the agenda then? East Lake Animal Education Centre. Let's head over there. So I've decided, once our juvenile guinea fowl grows up, which is this one, once it becomes an adult, we're going to ship the guinea fowl out to another collection. The badgers we are going to send to another facility in this episode. And then again, they're quite close to the end of the... Not that one. That one's not. That one, yeah. Yeah, we're going to send them to another facility. Somewhere a bit more appropriate for them with not as much change. We did lose one of our camel sisters. One of them died, unfortunately. We're down to 2, and one of them's pretty close to the end. So Odd is very, very close to perishing, and Bonnie has some time left in her yet. The cranes, I sent the ones off last time what matured. Nothing. Oh, one of the otters died, but other than that nothing's changed over here with the otters and the binturong. One of the lynx has died, which is unfortunate. And then this is no longer a walkthrough habitat. We've removed the paths and the benches and everything. And I think we're just waiting for the ducks. Probably. Sounds about right. She the only one? No, there's 3 of them. They're all pregnant, but they aren't having chicks, ducklings, so might have to do something about that. And then once they've been released to the wild, we can remove this, and that can be taken out. The lemurs have gone. Yeah, forgot about that. The lemurs I sent to another collection, removed their habitat, demolished the old entrance. That hasn't connected up for some reason. Just let me correct this, and then that also hasn't connected up. Get it as close to the tree line as possible. Oh, excuse me. A hiccup escaped. Then we just want to reduce the size. Not what I wanted, but I can work with that. And then just into the hedge there. It's just so I know what the boundaries are. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we're going to be shutting down most of the zoo in this episode. We're keeping the seals, we're keeping the emu, we're keeping the wallabies, we're keeping the peafowl, we're keeping the tortoises, but everything else has gone in there. If I just show you, it's all empty. We'll keep the llamas. I think last time I said I'm going to keep the penguins. Yeah, we'll keep the penguins, we'll keep the llamas, keep the tortoises, we'll keep the lynx, keep the peafowl, keep the wallabies, keep the emu, keep the otters and the binturong, keep the seals, might get rid of the cranes, keep the camels, get rid of the badgers, and when these have grown up, get rid of all of them. I just don't want to leave the baby on its own. So I think that's what we'll do then. We'll get our badgers, and we will send them to another collection. What can house them? What else did I say I was going to get rid of? Maybe the cranes. Do you know what? We'll keep the cranes for now. Because I've got an idea. We might be able to put some other animals in here with them. Although they wouldn't necessarily be in a city zoo per se. And they wouldn't come across these cranes in the wild. We might be able to put something in there. We've got our 2 camels. Of course, they're not long left for the wild. Well, one of them isn't anyway. Really annoyed at how small the camels are. I think everyone has that same complaint though, don't they? That the Bactrian camels in Planet Zoo are just ridiculously small. But yeah, the goal is going to be to shut down East Lake and just focus on Dunswell. Because then we can also use this space. As you can see, I've tried to sort of keep South America off to the left, and then Asia will sort of bend around that, and then Africa will sort of bend around that, and then you have Australia, and I think I'm going to do Europe and North America where this lake is, see if we can't incorporate elements of the lake. But yeah, that's essentially that. Can get rid of the badger habitat, the seals are staying. So essentially then what I could do is we move the guinea fowl over here. Obviously they don't need all this room, but if we move it over here near the... Or we could put it here next to the African penguins. I think we'll do that actually. We'll put the guinea fowl next to the African penguins. And then we will move the entrance to just behind the camels. No, I don't like that idea. I don't know. We need to shut this down though, really. Oh, Lynx is taking a swim. How is she? Lucy, yeah, Mika died, unfortunately. And we've got an Asian small-clawed otter that's about to die. Okay, change of plan. Forget everything that I've just said. Let's shut Eastlake Animal Education Centre down. I know we've only just built some of it, but I'd rather focus on Dunswell. So we'll get rid of our otters first. Send them to another collection. Get our binturong. Can they not go to another collection? Ah, this one needs to be rehomed. So our sisters are going to be split up, unfortunately. So we'll rehome and we'll send to another collection. And we can shut down that habitat. The seals are staying, that's a definite. The camels are staying, that's a definite. They're staying. Get rid of the cranes. Let's send them all to other collections. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of the silver ones. No, we'll get rid of them all at the same time. They're going to another collection. Camels are staying. So we shut these two habitats down. That can be shut down. So we can then bring that boundary around the back of the lynx. That's fine. Around the back of the seals. Around the back of the camels and join it up here. Yes, I quite like that idea. Obviously when our lynx goes, we'll shut down this habitat. I mean, how close is she to passing on? Oof, she's really quite close. We'll leave her. She can live out the rest of her days here. Got our penguins and our llamas. Let's rehome our llamas. Let's send them to somewhere where they can be appreciated. So they're a bit sort of out the way at the back of the zoo here. Well, the East Lake Animal Education Centre. What? But I can't rehome them all oh, no, I can't rehome them all collectively. That's odd. Let's rehome our llamas. It's the end of an era, but it's the start of something better. The African penguins will, of course, be coming back to the zoo in the future, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Bing bong 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 bong. That can rehome all of them collectively. So the penguins have gone, the llamas have gone. Keeping the tortoises. Keeping the lynx until it passes. Keeping the peafowl, the wallabies, the emu, the seals. Get rid of them 2 habs. Keep the camels. And keep the guinea fowl until that youngster matures. And then we'll send them elsewhere. But the guinea fowl are coming back anyway at some point in the future, so nothing to worry about. Where is the juvenile? Many guests think tickets are overpriced. Ayula. Ayula's got a long time left. So yeah, I think that leaves us in a pretty good position. We'll get rid of the habitats that are no longer in use. It's a shame because I really liked those habitats, but we've got to think about the future. And the same for the crowned crane. Are we good there? Let's get rid of this and this and this. Got some floating education boards there, looks pretty funny. And of course I need to get rid of this other barrier. That's fine. Seals, so stay. Gone. So we can shut that area off. That'll be going. Stay. against it. So maybe then what we can do is put an entrance here, right opposite the crossing. We'll do a main path. What'll bring us out sort of near the wallaby. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have a look. But I think that's going to do it for now, ladies and gents. Thank you for watching. Let me just adjust this ticket price before they all start kicking off. Need to get rid of this badger habitat as well. Badger, 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 badger. So yeah, the next episode will be the maned wolf or the mountain tapir and Patagonian Mara. It's going to be one of those two. I don't know when it will be. I need to seriously think about what kind of design I want for that habitat. For those habitats, sorry. Because there needs to be something different because it's a different zone. But they also need to be sort of in keeping with the general themed but realistic approach. So this may also mean that we now get some more guests heading over to Dunswell Zoo. But yes, it is the end of an era, unfortunately. We're not making a profit yet. We're making a considerable loss. And I reckon the majority of that is staff wages, yeah. We just need to get a few more animals in the zoo before we figure out what we're doing. That way there are enough keepers to go around. You can see most people are now heading to Dunswell Zoo, or coming away from Dunswell Zoo. And we need to get some bins out here, I think. I just saw some litter. Scruffy oaks. Yeah, some litter here. And then we've got Dunswell Park. Nice big lake. And then of course we have our delivery road. Which brings us back to the South American area. So, it was very camp, wasn't it? So, we shall pop you in here whilst I say my goodbyes. Don't be running away from me, Anteater. I've come all this way specifically for you. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And apologies for the little impromptu clearing out of the zoo went on. Until then, until the next time, stay safe, stay kind. I don't know when the next episode will be. I want to get my design sort of finalised and stuff like that. So it might be a week, might be 2 weeks, I don't know. But we shall see. Until then, stay safe, my friends. Thank you for watching. You can find me on Instagram at JW_YT. And I shall see you all in the next one. Bye for now.